Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. The Boy Watched the Thunder, a 10-part long from fantasy story. Part 1. Part 1. The Boy from the Lost District. In the world of Elarion, power was everything. A version read determined where they left, what they could become, and even how other people were allowed to treat him. Every human being was born with an energy card known as an astral hair. The astral hair determined a person's potential. When Asir read the act of awakening, the priest of the Great Tower Wow examined that core and assigned a rank. F rank was the lowest, then came E, D, C, B, A, and finally S. The higher the rank, the more valuable a person become. S rank warriors were treated like living legends. They were given enormous estate, private armies, access to ancient weapons, and position within the royal government. A-rank warriors become commanders. B-rank warrior become elite soldiers. C-rank warrior could become respect adventurers. D and A rank citizens were expected to serve the strong class. And F rank people were considered as full. They were work miners, frames, street cleaners, servants. The people who shared the burden of society while the powerful enjoy its reward, and nowhere here was this inequality more obvious than in the city of Valerius. At the center of Valerius stood the Golden District. Its streets were made of white stone, its building red toward the clouds. Magic lamps float above the road, and enormous crystal towers protect the homes of wealthy families. But several miles away from that beautiful district was another world, a flat scarlet black hollow, apa ini? Was where the city poor citizen live. The buildings were old, the streets were narrow, water water like rock broken props whenever it rained. Children had to fight before they learned to read, and nobody from the Golden District ever willing entered the place. That was where 17 years old Kel F. Ervan lived. Kel had no famous friend, no powerful family, no expensive training, no magical weapon. He would tossed a pair of worn-out boots and a small knife he used to cut rough at work. Every morning, before sunrise, Kel woke up and went to the eastern warehouse. His job was simple: carry, lift, deliver, repeat. He carried bag of grain until his shoulders became numb. He carried crate of iron until his hands were covered in cuts. He carried supplies for soldiers who were often stronger than he could ever imagine becoming. And every day someone reminded him of this place. Move F rank, you're blocking the road. Don't touch that. People like you sold the dream, kill Hartos, words so often that they stopped hurting. At least that was what the Hulk himself, but there was one thing nobody know. Kyle had never actually been tested properly When he was 10 years old, his friend died during a monster attack outside Black Hollow. 3 was no money for an official straight hair examination, so Kel grew up believing that he was probably a Frank. And because everyone around him believed the same thing, nobody questioned it. But strange thing had been happening to him for years. Whenever Kel became angry, tiny sparks sometimes appeared around his fingers. Whenever he became frightened, the air around him felt strangely heavy. And whenever he was in extreme danger, he called. He heard thunder even when the sky was completely clear. Kyle had never understood it. He simply assumed there was something wrong with him. Until one evening the sky above Polaris suddenly became dark. People looked upward. Storm clouds gathered over the city. The wind became violent. There came a sound that shook every building in Black Hollow. Boom! A monster had entered the city. It was enormous, nearly 10 meters tall. Its body was covered in black armor, legs shapeless, its eyes burned red. The city guard immediately surrendered it, but they were no match. The monster swung one arm, crashed. 5 soldiers flew through the air. Another attack destroyed an entire building. People screamed, children ran, families pushed ahead, another asset to expect. Kyle was running too until he saw a little girl standing alone in the middle of the street. She couldn't have been more sick. She was crying. Her mother was not around. Kyle stopped. The monster raised its arm. Kyle knew he couldn't win. He knew he was weak. He knew that an Frank human had absolutely no chance against a monster of that level. But the owls knew on after thing. If he ran the grill, Waldy, he ran toward here, come here. The grill looked at him. I can move. Kyle grabbed her hand. Then I carry you. The monster rode its shadow. Covered him. Kyle pushed the grill behind him. His body trembled. His hair began beating faster. Once, twice, three times. Then the words become silent. No scream, no wind, no monster, nothing. Kyle looked up. A single drop of rain landed on his face. Then another, but the rain never hit the ground. It began floating. Kyle shrieked in confusion. Blood blew like a thread beneath his skin. His neck exploded with energy. Boom! A cloud of lightning descended from the clouds, but instead of striking the city, it struck Kyle. The monster froze. Kyle, eyes running red blue. Lightning crowd across him. His arm, his hair rose into the air, and somewhere deep inside his mind a voice whispered. At last, Kyle gasped, "Who are you?" The voice answered, "The question is not what I am, who I am." The lightning became brighter. "The question is why you are carrying my power." Kyle looked at the monster for the first time. The monster stepped backward. It was afraid then. Kyle raised his hand. He did not know what he was doing. He simply pointed. A single ball of lightning left his palm. Crack! The monster was thrown across the seat. It crashed through their building before finally stopping. Silent returned. Everyone stared at Kyle. The boy from Black Hollow. The boy they had called useless. The boy nobody believed could ever become powerful. He stood in the middle of the destroyed street. Lightning continued to move around his body, and for the first time in 17 years, Kyle realized something. Maybe he had never been weak. Maybe his power had simply been waiting. Part 2. The Awakening. By sunrise, the entire city was talking about Kyle. Nobody could know what to call him. Some people say he was an uncunning strength. Others claimed he was a monster disguised as human. The Golden District immediately became inside the Great Tower, demanded that Kyle be brought in for examination. Kyle did not understand why everyone suddenly cared. For 17 years, nobody had cried, now everyone wanted to know his name. When he arrived at the tower, hundreds of people were already waiting. Nobles, soldiers, freed, reservists. Kyle walked through the enormous door and immediately felt uncomfortable. The floor alone was probably worth more than everything in Black Hollow. A priest approached him, placed your hand on the awakening crystal. Kyle did nothing happened. The priest followed again. Kyle pressed harder. The crystal flickered, then it turned green. It rang. Several people locked Kyle locked down. Perhaps everything had been a mistake. Then the crystal changed. Green became yellow, yellow became orange, orange became red. The doctor stopped the freeze, stepped backward. White, the crystal turned purple, then black, then white. The entire room went silent. Number spread across the crystal. ADCBAS. The number kept changing. The priest's hand began trembling. That it impossible. The crystal flashed again. S plus. Then S plus plus. Error. A crack appeared across the crystal. A second later, boom. The awakening crystal set everyone screamed. What did you do? Kyle looked confused. I didn't do anything. An old woman wearing a silver robe stepped forward. She was the tower ranking researcher. Her name was Elia Foss. Elira Foss. She looked at Kyle for several seconds. Then she whispered, "Your power is snoring." The room went silent. What does that mean? Kyle asked. Elia looked terrified. Its man or system cannot measure. Is that gone? No, her voice became quieter. It's meant you're something the system was never designed to understand. Kyle didn't know whether to be afraid. Then a strange symbol appeared on the broken crystal. A circle. Inside the circle was a lightning bolt. Elira's face turned pale. She recognized it. Everyone in the room did. It was an ancient symbol, a symbol belonging to a forgotten detail. File the god of the storm, the god of thunder, the destroyer of the seven thrones, according to history. File had disappeared nearly 1,000 years ago. His name had been removed from official records. His temple had been destroyed. His followers had been executed, and every artifact connected to him had supposedly been destroyed. But now his symbol had appeared on a 17-year-old boy. Elira looked at Kyle. Where did you get this power? I don't know. What trained you? No, but you are your parents. Theory that Elira stared at him. Then she understood. The power had not been transferred to Kyle. Recently, it had been inside. Him seen breathe, hidden sleeping, waiting that night. Kyle was given a private room in the tower. He sat beside the window, the city like Giltrade below. He should have feel happy. Instead, he felt uneasy. Then the voice returned, you know what they are afraid of. Kyle looked around. Where are you? You already know? Fell silent. Then, yes. Kyle stood. Why are you inside me? Because I did. Then why am I alert? Because I need a vessel. Kyle frowned. A vessel? No. The voice became softer. Not a vessel. Then what am I? A long silence flowed. Finally, you are my successor. Kyle looked toward the storm outside lighting flash in the distance, and for the first time, he wondered if his awakening was really a blessing or the beginning of a war. Part 3 1, 2, 3 Part 3 The power within Kyle began training Yunder's master rare, Rael Dorian, one of the few warriors strong enough to survive near him. Rael was a former S-rank knight. He had fought monsters across 3 kingdoms. He had lost on several fingers, and most of his friends but he possessed something Kyle desperately need. Ex-friend power is as Rael said. Kyle Fournette. As he onion can destroy something, Rael pointed toward a mountain. Destroying 10 mountain will take power. He pointed toward a flower growing beside the road, protecting that flower from the wind, requires control. Kyle understood a great weakness was strength. It was control. Every time Kyle become emotional is lighting, become stronger, but the stronger it become, the harder it was to control. So I'll begin with something simple. One spark. Kyle raised his hand. ZZT. A tiny spark afraid. Good. The next day ZZT. The spark became large. A week later crack. The engine training feels shocked. Rael shook head. You overdid it. Kyle looked embarrassed. Sorry. Again. They become weeks. Weeks become months. Kyle learned to use lighting in different ways. He called reinforce is muscle, he called increase is speed, he called create barriers, he called send movement through electric energy, he called even use lighting to temporarily heal damage. Nephros Butchie was on Sabi na. When Kyle lost control, every particle of electricity within several hundred meters was drawn toward him. The result was catastrophic. The first time it happened, Kyle destroyed an entire forest he stood in the middle of the ruins. I could have killed someone. Rael not. Yes. Kyle looked horrified. I don't want that. Then become strong enough to control yourself. Rael pressed a hand on his shoulder. Remember this, Kyle. Your greatest enemy will never be the strong warrior, it will be the part of yourself you refuse to understand. Meanwhile, far away from the training grounds, people were waging a secret organization known as the Seven Crown had learned about Kyle. They were not impressed, they were afraid. Jay later placed a report on the table. His power is growing too quickly. Another man escaped. Can we recruit him? No way. Because if the legends are true, the later look at the lighting symbol, he will eventually become stronger than all of you. The room fell silent. Then the leader spoke in his weakness. Part 4 1, 2, 3, 4 4 Part 4 The Freeze Hunt. Kyle Freeze's official mission came 3 months later. A monster hit afraid near the northern village. The crater was classified as calamity rank. 20 soldiers had already died. 3 unranked adventurers had failed. That tower sent Kyle when arrived the serving soldiers looked at that you or reinforcement. They Asil was sent him. Kyle ignored them. He walked toward the frost. The trees were silent. Too silent. Then he heard breathing. Something enormous moved behind him. Kyle turned. A giant beast emerged from the darkness. Its body was covered in bone armor. Its mouth contains dozens of teeth. It attacks Kyle. This threat boom. He reared above it. Lightning wrapped around his leg. He kicked downward. The monster crashed into the earth. The soldiers shred. Kyle landed. The monster rose again. Faster, stronger, it attacked repeatedly. Kyle dodged. He moved between trail like a flash of light, but the creature lengthened his movement. It finally caught him. It clawed through its chest. Kyle flew through the frost. He crashed into a tree. Blood appeared on his lip. The monster cried. Kyle stood. He remembered trail control. He closed his eyes. Instead of releasing all his power, he concentrated it. One point, one target, one strike. His airbreath slowed. The world became silent. Lightning gathered around his right hand. No will, no chaotic control. Kyle whispered thunder spear. Hey, truth. The soldier's red Kyle looked at his hand. For the first time, he had defeated something with losing control. But the celebration did no less. The monster body began dissolving. Something was carried into its bones. A symbol. The lightning symbol from the tower. Kyle touched it. The moment his finger made contact, he saw a vision. 7 figures stood around a burning throne. One of them was Val. Another figure stabbed him through the chest. Fell. The vision ended. Kyle stepped backward. Rare at warned him his power was connected to something ancient, but now Kyle understood something terrifying. Val and simply destroyed someone. Hell killed him, and overkilled Val makes Tale be alive. Part 5. The 7 crowns. 5 ya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Part 5. The 7 crowns. The truth began to emerge. Long ago, 7 divine Rose considered Elerion as truth, a different aspect of reality. The storm, the flame. The flame, the sea, the air, the light, the shadow, and the fight. Val was the Storm King. He believed humans should be free to determine their own world. The other god discreet. They believe power should determine rights, so they create the fish ranking system. Humans with powerful asset, Earth world rule. Weak humans will serve. While opposite team, our began the 7th round, fought for Kentrinish. Eventually, Phil lost. His body was destroyed, his defense core destroyed. Their outer god believed they had won, but Phil had already hidden his final power inside an unborn human. Kyle, now the 7th crown had returned. They wanted Phil power back, and they were willing to destroy cities to obtain it. The first attack came with warning. Flares was attacked at midnight. Thousands of soldiers fled outside the city. Monster armies followed. The city gates collapsed. Kyle rushed toward the battlefield. He saw fear, people screaming, children running, soldiers dying. Rail was fighting at the western gate. Kyle looked at him. Protect the civilian. What about you? Rail smiled. I've survived wars. Kyle ran. He reached Black Hollow, his home, the place where he had grown up. It was burning. Kyle stopped. His breathing became heavy. The voice of Phil Alfred, let me out. Kyle clenched his fists. No, you cannot win with shot me. I don't need to win. Kyle looked at the burning homes. I need to protect him. The lighting around him intensified. Then protect him. Uh, then protect him. Kyle looked up. They cloth began turning black. Thousands of soldiers saw him. A commander shouted that the boy killed him. The army charged. Kyle reached on hand the sky answered boom, lighting discanded wood unlike before. Kyle concentrated every bolt, one struck a weapon, another destroyed a monster. Another block and arrow, another create a proactive barrier around civilians. Kyle moved struck the battlefield like fling thunder. The enemy army began retreating. Their commander sat in horror. Her has controlling the empty storm. Then Kyle appeared in front of him was in you. The commander smiled. You think this is our? Kyle frowned at the commander with fright. This is a test. Then he swallowed a black crystal. His body exploded with energy and something far more thrilling emerged. Part 6. The man who killed Ago. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. The creature standing before Kyle was no longer human. Its skin became black. Its eyes turned silver. A shrink crown appeared above its head. Kyle felt the rush immediately. This was not an ordinary enemy. This was divine energy. The creature smiled. Finally, Kyle raised his hand. Who are you? The creature answered. My name is Arion. Kyle suddenly went silent. Kyle noticed you could know him. Yes, who is he? Kyle's voice became cold. 10 men who killed me. Kyle, a yes with net. Arion locked it. Your little voice finally told you. Kyle stepped forward. You killed Kyle. I killed the Storm King. Why? Because they refused to accept reality. What's reality? Erwin, a smell, disfraid that the strong soul ruled the world. Kyle shook his head that no reality. It's history. Then history need to change. Arion attacked. The impact destroyed hell, the street. Kyle flew through several buildings. He stopped again. Arion appeared behind him. Kyle barely blocked the attack. He harms. When Arion was faster, stronger, more experienced, friend Kyle couldn't keep up. He was thrown into the ground again and again. Finally, Kyle couldn't stand. Everyone well toward him. You have well power. Power, but you do not have his experience. Kyle looked up. Everyone raised his hand. A black beam of energy formed. Kyle closed his eyes. He heard Ray's voice. He heard the children. He remembered Black Hollow. He remembered being called useless. He remembered every person who had told him that his life didn't matter. Then he remembered something else. The little girl he had saved. She had surfaced. Kyle opened his eyes. I don't need to be fell. Lightning exploded from his nobody else. Everyone stopped backward. I don't need to be a god. The lighting become white. I don't need to interact is strong. What are you? Cal answered. Someone who caused his own path is this threat, the better Rusman. For the first time, everyone was forced to defend. Part 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Part 7. The city that caused him the battle between Cal and Erwan continued throughout the night. Building collapsed, the sky burned, lightning crossed the clouds. But Cal refused to leave his power here. The civilians that the question made the battle harder. Everyone noticed you are holding back. Yes, why? Because rare in innocence, Arian lock that weakness will kill you. Kyle shook his head no. His reset is end. That was make me stronger. Kyle released a massive storm. But every bolt affected the civilians. The people of Valeric watched from shelters for the first time. They understood the boy. They had fled the floating team. The boy they had killed a monster while risking his life for them. Then something unspec happened. People began shouting his name, Kyle. Another voice joined Kyle. Then you understand to son Kyle. The sun red, the battle fell. Kyle heard it. He had spent his entire life being told that he was worth. No, an entry city was calling his name. Aaron Lock furious. You think they're fresh thing. Whoa, you are. Kyle smell. No, it reminded me what I want to become. He attacked this time. Everyone can't stop him. Kyle lightning pressed the black armor. Arion fell. But before this spring, he locked hit. You think you're where you've won? Kyle landed. What do you mean? Arion looked toward the sky. You still don't understand. What? Well was the strong? Kyle froze. Riven smelled the Storm King was only the seven. Kyle looked upward. Seven enormous symbol appeared among the clouds. Then Arion whispered, the others are waking. His body destroyed. The battlefield becomes silent. Kyle stared at the symbol. Kyle finally spoke. We have a problem. Kyle said it went that way. The seven crown are not seven. Kyle, fornet what try is an it. Far night. Far part neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Far 8. The Eichtron. Kyle traveled beyond Frey to discover the truth. According to File, the Seven Crown had always fled on Antony. An egg ruler, I being known only as the Hollow King. The Hollow King did not control an element, he controlled absent itself. He could erase magic, erase memory, erase identities, even crush part of reality. The Seven Crown had defeated him thousands of years ago. Or so he believed. Kel raised the ruins of the ancient temple. Inside he found thousands of statues. Seven were broken on remained effectless king. King sitting on a throne. Kel approached the statue, opened its eyes. You carry its power. Kel stopped it. Whoa, the Storm King. Kel raised his hand. Are you the Hollow King? The statue smell no. Kyle frowned. The what are you? The statue spec began changing. It became Kyle's spec. Kyle stepped backward. The voice whispered, I'm you, Kyle Frost. The temple displayed. He found himself standing in Black Hollow, but it was different. His friends were alive. The streets were clean. People smelled. He saw himself as a seal. His mother hugged him. Kyle nearly Sir, Mom, he read toward her, then fell stood. Don't it, don't. The illusion started. Kel walked inside the temple. His hand was touching the statue fell spoke. The Hollow King cannot create. He can only use what already exists. Kyle looked at the statue. So what was I saying you despite this year? Kyle closed his eyes. He wanted his friend. He wanted his old life. He wanted a world where he had never been poor. But now it was impossible. He opened his eyes. I don't need an illusion. The status cried, I built the world. I went myself. The entry temple shook a voice locked from somewhere in the darkness. The come entry. Part 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 Part 9 The Word of the Second God. The God finally descended. Seven enormous portal opened across Elorion. At one release a different crescent flame consumed the southern kingdom. Ocean rose in the west. Mountains of darkness covered entry cities. The world entered chaos. Human armies were hopeless. A rank warriors did with second as a rank warrior become insignificant. Only Kel could fact him, but he was still one person. So he did something nobody expected. He united the wake. F rank workers, E rank soldiers, D rank inventors, C rank magic, B rank connect, A rank commanders, even some S rank warriors. For the first time in history, rank no longer mattered. Everyone fought together. Kyle stood at the center. We were taught the power, determine or follow. He looked at the armies but that is life. Is lay. A worker raised his weapon, a farmer stood beside him, a former noble stood beside him. Kyle continued, power is something we use. It is not war. Where are the armies moved? The final war began. Kyle took the god on by one. The Flame Lord, the Sequin, the Earth Titan, the Shadow Empress, the Lake Sovereign, the Fight Prince, and finally, the last god, the one of a remnant silent, the god of time. He stood before Kyle. You cannot win. Kyle was exhausted. Blood covered his cloth. His lighting was fading away. Because I have sent you future. Kyle looked at him. And you lost. Kyle smelled. Then I think it. The god of time attacked it. Everything stopped. The battlefield froze. Kyle called then moved. The god approached him. You cannot escape destiny. Kyle's fingers moved. Barely on millimeter 10, another the god of time expression changed. Impossible. Kyle forced himself forward. I was told. Another step. That I was weak. Another I was told. Lighting afraid. That my life had already been detected. Kyle raised his hand. But every time his eyes began glowing. Someone told me what I could become. The lighting exploded. I proved them wrong. The world moved again. Crack. The god of time fell, and for the first time, destiny itself had been defeated. Part 9. Part 9. The boy watching the world. The wordless cheered beneran. 13 days when it ended. The seven crown were gone. The defense porters disfret. The monster returned to the wilderness. The sky became clear. But Elarion was not the same. The earth-raking system collapsed. People began questioning everything. Why Saul and F-rank worker be treated as less valuable than an S-rank noble? Why Saul breed determined opportunity? Why Saul strength decide morality? Kyle returned to flourish. He did not become king. He refused the throne. He did not build a place. Instead, he returned to Black Hollow, the place where his story had begun. He built a school, not an academy for S-rank warriors. A school for everyone, F-rank, E-rank, D-rank, everyone. Children learned magic. They learned combat. They learned history, but most importantly, they learned that terrain did not determine their worth. Years passed, Black Hollow changed. The broken streets were rebuilt. The old warehouse became workshop. The abandoned building became school. People from the Golden District eventually moved three, not because they were poor, because the wall between the two worlds had spread on evening. Kel stood on the roof of the school. He looked at the sky. That star that star were bright, fell voice afraid inside. This man you change the world. Kel smelled. No, 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 no. Kel looked at the children playing below. They did. He watched a young boy help his friend stand after failing. They just need someone to tell him they called. Fecal file becomes silent. Then he looked. You know, Kel. What Ivory cost you? I thought you will become the stronger warrior in history. Kyle smiled, and no, I think you become something more important. Kyle looked toward the horizon. What's a reason for people to believe in themselves? Kyle stood quietly, then thundered out in the distance. He looked upward. A smell. Afraid on his face, the strobe no longer freaked him in, not longer referenced destruction. It referenced possibility, because once he had been the boy, nobody believed in the boy from the lost district. The boy with no family, nowhere, no rank, no future, but that boy had survived. He had discovered the power within himself. He had faced God. He had fought monster. He had sailing destiny, and importantly, he had refused to become the monster everyone expected him to be. Kyle raised his hand. A tiny spark afraid beyond his fingers. Zizi, Simel, still stir. The spark red, the cloud began gathering, but this time the lightning did not fail like a weapon. A tinge across the sky, beautiful, silent, free, and somewhere beyond the stars. Something older than the god, something that had witnessed the breath and death of countless wars. A voice whispered, so the boy has finally awakened. Another voice answered, yes. Yes, always stop him along silent followed then. No way the figure looked toward Elerion, because his story has only just begun. Far below, Kel continued watching the storm. He did not know what waited beyond the horizon. He did not know what enemies would come next. He did not know how many gods still exist. He did not know whether his great battle and already happened, or was thing waiting for him. But one thing was certain, the boy who once lived in the lost district was no longer running from the world. He was ready to face it, and in the heaven themselves stopped in this was. Then the heaven wall have told his name, Kel Ervan, the boy who carried the thunder, the first woman to break the ranking system, the shield of Black Hollow, the strong and could not be controlled, and this was only the beginning. To be continued.